On episode 5 of The Beard Speaks, the drama continues on Juggalo Island thanks to last night's Juggalo Show. Jay expresses his regrets over the Hot 97 interview. An unexpected attack on Magic Ninja and Twiztid, plus a message to Child's Play Ninja and the rest of the 17%ers that are still sucking the Duke's dick. The Beard Speaks. Now.
Oh, come on, he's a miserable cocksucker fucking asshole. You hate him, admit it.
What up, heads? You are tuned in to this, the 5th episode of The Beard Speaks. My name is Chuck Reeves. I am the East Coast Beast host. Thank you for joining me. To be honest, I didn't think my fucking attention span was going to last 5 episodes, so I'm glad it did. I'm glad I'm getting new viewers, new subscribers down there, hitting that button. Every one of these videos I'm doing, I just broke 200 subscribers. I don't know if that's something to celebrate, but I appreciate every single one of you motherfuckers out there. If you're new to the videos, make sure you check out the past ones. And, yeah, hit that fucking subscribe button. Last 2 days been kind of busy. I joined a couple of dates of the Murder Tour featuring Boondocks, Blaze Your Dead Homie, and Lex the Hexmaster. The one up in New Hampshire at the Whiskey Barrel went off without a hitch. Great crowd, packed house. Had a great fucking time up there. Real short show. Great seeing some heads up there. I seen Sister Hatchet up there from the Saturday Carnival Spirits Afternoon podcast that I'm quite the big fan of. Saw my boy Hippo up there. I saw my boy Carlos Rodriguez, Big Poppy Hot Rod. I seen him up there, repping that hater shirt. Big ups to everybody I saw up there that showed loves. Big ups to everybody who approached me and said they were enjoying the new video series. If you're out there watching, you are not forgotten. Last night, on the other hand, didn't go quite as well. The man known as Chuck Reeves has a pre-existing beef with the venue, Fet Music, last night. Now, don't get me wrong, the venue's great. Management over there is great. Ownership over there is great. But I had a issue last year with a promoter, and I inadvertently stiffed the club for some money, and they were still kind of pissed about it. So last night, I didn't get to host the show. No big deal. So because of the fact that I didn't end up hosting the Murder Tour in Providence last night because of my own long-standing karmic fuck-ups, I was able to be at home for the scheduled start of the Juggalo Show. They were broadcasting at 9 o'clock as scheduled, but I think we put up with at least a fucking hour worth of old ICP videos, big hoodoo videos. I didn't see much else in the way of videos. I think those were the only 2 artists who videos they even have left, to be completely honest with you. But so we dealt with that for a while. I'm sure the Duke was running on Duke's dick time. So, of course, he was going to be a little bit late. No surprise there. Juggalo Show gets started. No Shaggy 2 Dope. Where the fuck is Shaggy? Some people said that they saw on Instagram or Snapchat or something that he was in the studio. That doesn't make any sense to me, considering the fact that his album just got turned in and the shit's up for pre-order. And I wouldn't think they're still doing recording on it. I could be wrong. Jay, on the other hand, went ahead, told the listeners at home, Shags could not find a babysitter. So, take that however the fuck you want it. He should have just said that Shags stayed home, because after the last time they did an interview together, all those fucking memes they made. There was no Rudy, there was no DJ Carlito, there was no Rachel Let the Cackler. There was also no explanation. Maybe this is a situation where if the Big Daddy Duke's dick is coming through the room, they clear it out of everybody besides his brother. KG was obviously in the house via satellite, dumb motherfucker that he is. This was not the episode for him, that's for fucking sure. Started off with a little bit of small talk. WrestleMania weekend being last weekend and all, and KG being like the world's biggest wrestling mark. So obviously KG was in Florida for WrestleMania, but in some sort of fucking weird, I'm involved in wrestling, but I'm not ghetto bullshit. KG wasn't actually involved, nor did he go to WrestleMania. He was in Florida for WrestleMania. He participated in some sort of off-brand fucking wrestling convention, and then apparently watched WrestleMania in some cracked out Motel 6 someplace in South Florida with a couple of old school wrestlers who probably all addicted to pills. He talked a little bit about Canadian Juggalo weekend. It seems like it went good. Everybody I know went had a good time, I guess. Onyx looked like they killed it. They talked a lot about shit. They talked a lot about Mad Child, which I'm going to bring up again here in a second because it seems like he was trying to look for some sort of segue into this Hot 97 him talking shit about everybody who's got a Juggalo following. In preparing for last night's Juggalo show, Joe Bruce said that he had listened to their interview on Hot 97 again and was feeling a bunch of regrets about some things that were said. Right off rip, he brings up Madchild, discusses how, I guess, on the Hot 97 interview, he said that Madchild wouldn't be shit without Juggalos.
They were naming off groups that have played the Gathering, and they said Swollen members, and I said, absolutely, Madchild, you know, he's got crazy amounts of Juggalo love. He wouldn't be shit if it weren't for Juggalos, you know, and that was a completely foul, fucked up thing for me to say, because it's not true at all.
Now, that's a statement that I don't think anybody would have argued with, but apparently Jay felt bad about saying it. He wanted to really big up Madchild. I guess Madchild's coming to the March. Whatever. So we start right off with the regrets, which I loved because, like you know, I predicted this motherfucker was going to be all apologies all night, tons of backpedaling, and that is kind of what happened in a quasi way. And then it rebounded into something completely unexpected, an attack on Magic Ninja Entertainment. Madchild probably saw them at Canadian Juggalo Weekend, brought a bunch of Baxwar homies with him, and maybe had a fucking conversation with Violent J in regards to what he fucking said. The phrase, anyone wouldn't be shit without Juggalos, is a hell of a fucking statement to make, and something that Violent J not only had to back up with Madchild, I'm sure, but also with N9ne, which was the main point of his whole appearance on last night's broadcast, was to deal with the N9ne issue. ICP goes on Ebro in the Morning, the biggest morning show in New York City. It's on Hot 97, one of the biggest radio stations in New York City. And for the better part of an hour, talk about how N9ne disrespected them and the Juggalos at large by not sucking our dick, pretty much. Now, in last night's Juggalo show, Violent J kind of throttled back on the rhetoric quite a bit and changed his tune about quite a number of fucking things and backpedaled on pretty much everything that he said in that interview on Hot 97. The first thing he started with was making sure to correct the incorrect assumption by many of you 17%ers out there that N9ne was somehow an ICP product.
People don't realize is on the Juggalo end, N9ne is not a Psychopathic Records product. You know what I'm saying? N9ne was not something thought up in the minds of the people behind the scenes at Psychopathic. You know what I'm saying? Like Twiztid, or like Boondocks. Boondocks, right? You know what I'm saying? Like these artists. You know what I'm saying? Like although great artists, you know what I'm saying, undeniably talented, they wouldn't be if they weren't, you know what I'm saying? But you know, their names and their calculated looks and all that were creations of Psychopathic, you know what I'm saying? So N9ne was not this. N9ne was not inspired by ICP in any way.
Joe Bruce then explains that when N9ne went into Ebro in the Morning that day, he wasn't thinking about trying to put Juggalos, ICP, or Psychopathic Records on. He was thinking of his own life and his own career.
So Tech already went in there not thinking about, hey, I'm here to put Juggalos on, you know what I'm saying, or I'm going to do this right by ICP or anything like that. It's nowhere in his mind. He's doing his own career, his own life, you know what I'm saying? As we felt, he went on the show, and he had an opportunity to say a lot of nice things about Juggalos, and especially this year, knowing what we got going on, you know what I'm saying? It was important to us that he did that, you know. I think he knew that, you know, but I don't think that was on his mind going into the show. I think he was more concerned with that show itself.
Joe even went as far as trying to blame Hot 97 as some sort of radio station and Ebro in the Morning as some sort of radio show that is designed to bait you into some sort of thing. Like, for example, their competitor, The Breakfast Club. As far as I know, Ebro in the Morning, Rosenberg, all those cats over there are pretty straightforward hip-hop journalists.
Now, here's the thing about that show, which another thing we didn't know, okay? That show fucks with people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They fuck with they get a guy in there and they interview him and they fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Right. Went in there, you know, pretty much with his guard up. You know what I'm saying? Like ready to spar with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because not that he's got anything against them in you know, personal life, but that's what they do. They get under your skin. They put you on a spot. They fluster you. they say, hey man, you're biting this or you're doing this or that, and then once they got you flustered, they ask you bust a rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then Joe starts sucking Tech's dick. He starts talking about the years and years and years of support and love that Tech has had for the Juggalos.
Because we know Tech, I know Tech well, you know, and he's a great fucking guy. We said it 100 times on that show, man. We're like, he's a fucking great guy. He's a great character. He's a great person, and he's a good man. And you know, we just would have said whatever. He just, you know, whatever's going on in his world, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on right now. You know, he's not thinking along those lines.
He's rep Juggalos.
Every time, constantly. He plays a gathering for half the price that he's getting, less than half the price than he's getting, you know, out there when he's doing shows and shit. He always gives us a huge break, knowing that we lose money every year. Yeah. He's always giving us a break.
It's kind of like.
In regards to the entirety of the Hot 97 interview, Violent J, Joe Bruce, goes on to explain that although he wishes he still did the interview, he wishes he hadn't spoken about Tech so much, and that after speaking to Tech, he fully understands Tech's position.
So, anyway, that was the deal with that, you know, like, we just felt like he was a little young, a little short with his answers, you know, and he could have used that opportunity to say good things about Juggalos, and he didn't quite do that. But after he explained the situation to me and what that show is like and what those guys are like on a show, I just really kind of wish we would have fell back and not done that, because I mean, I wish we'd have done the interview, but I wish we wouldn't have talked about Tech so much, because people think we're mad at him and there's like an ongoing lingering beef or something. Of him, no. We did not make Tech N9ne. That's what people need to understand. We had nothing. He was not a psychopathic artist. He was not a psychopathic creation. He was a discovery of psychopathic nothing. He was doing his own thing, his own hustle, living a dream, trying to chase the dream down. And any way to go about that, I'm not mad at that. But now,
heads, you know Jumpsteady wasn't going to move on from this until he slobbered on some of that Tech dick himself.
Yes, man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Tech N9ne, like, you know what I'm saying, the respect he's given to the Juggalo world, like, throughout his whole career, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in his songs and his music, at shows, like coming to do the gathering, rocking out.
They called the whole situation between them and Tech not serious, not something to be concerned with. But then they threw in a little jab, a little foreshadowing to some things that are going to go on later in the Juggalo Show about things that have happened, people who have crossed the line.
It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Now there are other things happening in the Juggalo world that are in fact that serious.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? There's lines that have been crossed, but not by strangers,
not by strange music, not by Tech N9ne. And I don't like.
I guess Joe and Tech have been speaking quite a bit these last few days, probably ever since the song dropped and Violent J realized the puddle of shit he fucking stepped in. Violent J goes on to claim, after days and days of conversation with Tech N9ne, he finally now completely understands what's going on.
And I felt it was Tech's place to, you know, think a little more clearly in that situation, especially this year with everything we're doing, and just, you know, but he like, I can totally understand things now after talking to him for so much last few days, you know, but
did he fucking not before? Why'd you go on the radio if you didn't know what you were fucking talking about before? Joe continues to suck Tech's dick by explaining not only why he's not marching, but also defending it, going as far as announcing Tech's upcoming fall Canadian tour.
You know, we did talk about the march though. What happened with the march, you know what I'm saying? Like why isn't Tech N9ne playing the march, you know? And that's what I want to address too. The way I understand it, Tech N9ne just signed with a new booking agency. I believe they're called Paradigm. And there's a G somewhere in that Paradigm. I don't know how the fuck that could be. But
at the end, yeah, like D-I-G-M.
Real G's moving silence like lasagna. They signed a contract with Paradigm, apparently, which is a touring agency, and they agreed to do a Canadian tour slated for September. And that's in the contract. You know what I'm saying? So they can't all of a sudden come back after signing this brand new contract and say, oh, hey, now we need to do this during September, by the way. You know, don't book us for this date. Like when they already signed a contract allowing them to tour Canada during that month. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what's up.
Now, after they went ahead and backpedaled and swam away from the shark-infested waters that were the fucking tech fiasco, Joe and Rob spoke about the march a little bit, and Joe uses the word regret again.
We made some mistakes launching that Juggalo March website. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
we were a
yeah.
little too passionate about it. You know, by the way we did it when we first launched the site, the way we said everybody that's invited, everybody that turned it down, and everybody that's accepted. We wanted to put everybody on front center. Like, here you go. These are the people that accepted. These are the people that have passed on playing. You know,
Right.
That way, you know, because Juggalos love to debate about that shit. They love to debate.
Well, it was putting people on blast. Like, look, you know what I'm saying?
I was just saying, yeah, calling people out publicly for saying they didn't accept. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But more than that, it was calling them up for saying they passed. So, yeah, so you know, we launched that website a little too harshly, with a little too much passion, and you know, another regret of ours, you know, I think was the form in which that website was launched.
You know.
Now, of course, they're talking about the list, the invitee list, the pass-fail list, the yes-no list, the Juggalo thumbs-up, thumbs-down list, and basically says what we've all been saying since day one, that it was misguided and it was a fucking, basically a public extortion attempt. So the idea that they're just coming around to this shit now, man, it makes me say, you been watching my videos, Joe? I don't know if he was mic'd up on this next one, but Joe goes on to speak that the way they felt in private was not the way they should have acted publicly, and now they're changing it. I don't know what the hell that even fucking means, but it sounds kind of fucking shady and snake-like to me. I mean, I act the way I feel. If you feel a certain way and you really wanted to act a certain way, then that's the way you are. So when they put out this fucking list and they tried to publicly extort a bunch of fucking people, that was really how they felt.
No, I know what you're saying. Like, it had good intentions, but it ended up being a mistake.
It was a mistake to do it like that publicly. That's the way we feel privately.
Right.
Right. And,
Yeah.
and I'm forced
That's
to
it,
say
yeah.
that, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I totally agree with you
That's
on
the
that.
opinions of us.
Sure.
You know, but that is not the way that should have been handled.
No,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
shouldn't
At
have
all. And that's another regret, but there's nothing you can do about it now. That's why we're sending the invites out again and see if it makes a difference with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But probably won't. I think we're straight like it is.
Then, without further fucking ado, the Magic Ninja Sneak Attack.
I just the only thing I got a problem with, whether you play the march or not, like whether you want to play the march or not, is the motherfuckers that are running their mouth trying to fucking dog it.
Yeah,
That's just like,
that's beef right there.
man, that's such
beef.
fucking bullshit.
That's beef.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna call it out. And I don't even want to go there. But everybody on Magic Ninja Entertainment, besides Twiztid, they would all be at the fucking march if it wasn't for Twiztid telling them, like, you ain't going to do the march.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All those ninjas, I don't give a fuck what they say. They would all be there.
They love to be playing that. I believe
They
in
would
their
fucking
hearts.
love it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Now they're going to come back and say, no, we wouldn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
we got
suck
that.
Twiztid's dick.
Right. But if it wasn't, if they weren't lined up behind Twiztid, you know what I'm saying? They would
Right.
all be there, without question.
Well, you know, we don't like Twiztid.
They're just like
You know what I'm
super.
saying? I'm not gonna
They're
sugarcoat
just
that.
super haters,
I'm not gonna
hating on the whole thing.
And fuck them for that, man.
Right.
Straight up. And we didn't say that in our interview with Fago Lovers, but we're saying it now. Fuck them for it, man.
Right.
Fuck them for it, you know? And another thing, let me state this. Fuck everybody at Magic Ninja Entertainment that was once a Psychopathic Records recording artist. Fuck you, too. You know, for trying to rally into some sort of, whatever the fuck y'all are doing. Some fake-ass hatchet without the fucking H. Phonies. That's bullshit, and fuck you for that.
Yeah, we get it. Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your mama's mama, fuck your sister, fuck your aunt, fuck your nephew, fuck your niece. We get it, Joe. Fuck everybody over there.
The fuck you're trying to do? None of you have one fucking solid complaint you can say
It's
about
like-
us,
it's
or we'd
like-
have heard it by now.
It's like
You're going to talk about there not being any real legitimate complaints against you guys over there. Just because George Twiztid and the rest of Magic Ninja hasn't aired your fucking shady ass organization out doesn't mean they don't have the ability to do so. And I think with these statements, you're calling down a hammer that you don't want now.
this, man. Like all those ninjas, like, and I'm not trying to call this guy out specifically, but the Gmo skis and all that, they're fucking cool motherfuckers, man. Like I've talked to them, I brought them into the gatherings before. They're fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? And then they get over there on Twiztid's label, and all the hate that Twiztid has, it's like infected them. and now all of a sudden they're hating
Right.
and everything. You know what I'm saying? They just follow in the suit. That's like sheep mentality. You know.
Now, Gmo's already responded to Jumpsteady's little sheep comments there with a Facebook post, and it reads as follows. Gmo ski comes flying out of Jumpsteady's mouth. Dear Jumpsteady, call me like a motherfucking man and holler at me. How dare you say Gmo ski was cool and positive until he got with Twiztid and now I'm a sheep. N-word deleted. I don't even know you. Y'all can have whatever problems y'all want to have. Keep my name out of your mouth. Don't you dare try to slander my name. I ain't done shit to nobody. If you want my opinion on anything, hit me up, N-word deleted. You ain't ever heard what I feel. For you to be on the airwaves talking about me. N-word hush. I'm a motherfucking MC. Next time you speak my name, it better be concerning a rap battle. I ain't about all these politics, bruh. Let's make music. Big shouts to Gmo on that one. At one point, it seems like KG was trying to be a little PMA all up in Joe's face. Maybe tell him to calm down, quit talking about trying to kick people's asses and slapping them. Joe Bruce wasn't having any of that shit.
To destroy the
We
march.
don't grow up, man. We don't
You know
grow
what
up,
I'm saying?
KG. We don't grow up
It's
over here,
another
man.
thing.
I ain't too old to beat a motherfucker's ass, man. If I had to. I'm passionate about this shit, man.
But it's just
So there you have it. Joe Bruce admitting that he wants to act like a little child in regards to everything with Majik Ninja. Fuck them, fuck their artist, fuck their label, fuck everything. Fuck him. This motherfucker ain't got a leg to stand on. Then, of course, Joe Bruce goes on with his threats, his insults. At one point, he called Paul little baby Hitler, said he was full of hate marching up and down the road up there. Lots of talk about boots getting fucking kicked in people's faces when we all seen Joe Bruce on stage with his rickety legs. Motherfucker probably couldn't even kick his shoes off.
that's the only reason why I'm fucking fueled up right now. Because it's like anything else, man. It's like, it's just like, do your fucking thing.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Do your thing. Run your fucking label. Do whatever the fuck you
Before
want.
you get a motherfucking boot in the mouth.
But no, it's not even, it's not even about that. It's just fucking do your thing. And if you're, you know what I'm saying? Just do your thing and go away.
Before we come over there and boot you in the motherfucking mouth, motherfuckers.
Okay,
you ain't far from here. We got
Right.
cars. We'll be over there.
Right.
We'll boot you right in your motherfucking face, man.
Yeah.
We'll knock on the door and boot whoever the fuck opens that motherfucker, man. Straight up, don't make us run. Hey, we know these are pussies, man. Let's not front.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
It's one thing. It's one thing.
We would go there and smack them all,
right.
man.
Listen, it's one thing.
And yeah, it's just we already spend too much time on that, man. Just fuck them.
Right.
Fuck them. I will boot him in the face.
And
on some
we're
Gore-Tex boot
good.
shit.
Like we're good. Y'all do you. Y'all do you. We'll do us, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really needs to be.
I know 90% of it is Paul, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, Paul's like fucking a little baby Hitler over there running around just full.
He goes ahead and throws another jab in there about their influences, or shall I say lack thereof, by saying that Twiztid can't be influenced by ICP because they were created by ICP.
It was definitely, without a doubt, their talent. Their unbelievably talent and
They
their
are.
shine.
And nobody's taking that away.
Why they're
Nobody's taking
why
that
they're
away.
successful as they are.
Right.
But the reason why they're not an influence of ICP is because they're a creation of ICP.
Right.
And then, on some absolutely ridiculous funny shit, there's a little bit of hope for reconciliation, as they're still asking Majik Ninja artists to partake in the march because the march is doing so fucking bad.
Also say, man, we would never stop anybody from playing the march or being on a cipher.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody wanted to support the cause, and I don't give a fuck if it's Twiztid, if they wanted to support the cause for Juggalos and be on that cipher, we invite them to, absolutely.
Well, it's like what we said with the, before, all beefs are dropped when it comes to the march.
When it comes to the march, absolutely.
Like, there's something
man.
more important than our problems with fucking, that we might have with Twiztid or what Twiztid has with us. In our minds, all beefs are squashed when it comes to the march.
So what did we fucking learn last night during the Juggalo Show? Well, Violent J's fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. I don't know why they're just allowing him to fucking go on these radio shows and these fucking interviews and say the shit he's saying. From the beginning of the interview, it seemed as if a lot of this shit that he was saying was pre-programmed responses. He used the word regret a lot while avoiding the word sorry. Let's Play Ninja and all the 17%ers out there that are claiming motherfucker didn't apologize for nothing. Regret means to be sorry for. So if you're sorry for something, you're apologetic, which means you're regretful, which means they're synonyms, which means this is the fucking English language, and it is what it is. We all saw the clips. We all know what he fucking said. He also said that he wishes he hadn't spoke so much about Tech in the interview, which means he believes he was wrong, which means Tech was right. I rest my fucking case on this point. Tech was able to basically strong arm, utilizing one verse, an explanation, a defense for not doing the march, and some plugs out of this motherfucker pretty much in order to make everything right. The explanation that he was regretful about the mad child statement kind of leads into that. If he's regretful about the mad child statement, and he's also regretful about the way he handled the interview, then he's sorry for fucking both. That's kind of the way this works. Now, I understand the Duke, and I understand the Duke's dick, and the Duke's dick is never going to say he's sorry. What kind of a fucking word is sorry? I don't even think that word's in this motherfucker's language. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Duke's dick is fucking capable of saying it's sorry. Jumpsteady, as usual, still a dick sucker. Fuck you, Rob Bruce. He couldn't help but jump all over Tech's dick when Joe was doing it. But when Joe wasn't doing it, it's so fucking transparent what's going on here. And it's looking more and more like Scientology or some sort of a cult every day, where it's literally like, well, on Tuesday, Violent J says, you can't like so-and-so. But on Thursday, he can come on the fucking radio and tell you, I was mistaken 2 days ago. Now it's different. Because that's all we saw in this interview was backpedaling, retraction. The only thing we didn't get was a direct I'm sorry. But all this free and half price and whatever hookup bullshit that was going on before that they even described in this video, I'm pretty sure that shit's over now. And I'm pretty fucking sure Joe Bruce is going to have to break bread to Travis O'Guin. Tech has agreed, however, to do the March-related cipher. Now, this isn't a big deal for Tech. Tech's got 5 buildings. I'm sure in one of those buildings he's got a studio, and in one of those buildings he's got a motherfucking camera crew. He can submit his verses and his videos using just his guys with very little trouble or cost to him. So once again, the Beard's word, Joe Bruce, here's an L. That's for you. Take it home. It's real pretty. I got it at Walmart. Now on to the other shit. Of course, Psychopathic Records, Rob and Joe Bruce, the motherfucking just full of class Bruce brothers, taking the high road on the Magic Ninja Entertainment situation. It makes no sense to me why Twiztid's name is still coming up from these guys. In one breath on the show last night, they're claiming that they don't talk about Twiztid at all around the office, but every other word after a certain point on the show last night was about Twiztid. They put the issue to rest several fucking times, and they still kept bringing up Twiztid, kept bringing up Magic Ninja. No doubling down on directing his hatred towards Twiztid and the guys on Magic Ninja is fucking bullshit. Because we all know anybody with fucking eyes and a working cerebellum should be able to transparently see that this is just a definite power move to try to push any jugs that were on the fence into 17%ville. Now, the 17%ers out there, they're still not seeing it. I got 17%ers on YouTube comments on Charles Play Ninja's video, which, shouts to Raya, that intro shit was pretty funny. I have a terrible webcam, I know that. Do I look better now? It took me 5 minutes to fix the problems with my video. You'll never fix the problems with you. Fuck out of here. Shags wouldn't even go on the motherfucking show with him this time. Shaggy's probably sick of all the fucking negativity. Because as Joe Bruce is sitting there saying it's all coming from Twiztid, Twiztid hasn't said one negative public word about Joe Bruce, about Psychopathic Records, or about anything going on over there in quite some time. And the one word they did say that may have been negative was exactly that. One fucking word. So, of course, Joe Bruce talking all this shit, knowing that Twiztid is trying to take the high road. They're not going to respond. Although at this point, I really wish they would. Joe is really fucking begging for it at this point. This guy is literally going to be on a radio station talking about kicking somebody's ass, kicking the first person that answers the door at the office. We got cars. We'll be over there in a minute. Inner City Posse is going to have to come back earlier than the Carnival Carnage show. Don't these sound like some motherfucking gang shit to you? I mean, damn, man. Why are we even fucking marching? All these juggalos, the people marching, getting ready to march to try to get rid of this stigma that you're reinforcing acting the way you're fucking acting, Joe Bruce. You realize that? Rob, Joe, Rudy, Rachel, somebody over in that motherfucking office, please grab this old man. At this point, Joe Bruce looks like a motherfucking crazy old man, and somebody needs to put a fucking stop to this, because what should have been I'm regretful for things I said on this one radio show turned into I said some shit I'm gonna be regretful for on this radio show. I really hope Magic Ninja responds. I think it's the right thing to do. But the Child's Play Ninja and all you 17%ers out there, man, I mean, tune your ass right here. If you want a little bit of clarity, if you want me to rub the Fago out of your fucking eyes and show you the real world and what's really going on, the Beard Speaks is the place to do it. Fuck you, Child's Play Ninja, Raya, whatever the fuck your name is, out there spreading bullshit, misinformation, disinformation, and straight up lies. Bunch of fucking heads on the internet want to call me fake news. So what happens now? Is the flailing going to continue on the part of Psychopathic Records? Because that's all I'm seeing from those motherfuckers. I can't understand any of you that are still in a position of saying Violent J is doing the right things. Joe Bruce and Rob Bruce are making the right decisions to keep a company not only afloat, but thriving. The idea that the DCG Con is not sold out yet, and those after party tickets are limited to 800 people, and they're doing a double EP show, and those fucking those tickets aren't sold out. That show's in like fucking a week, right? It's a week from tomorrow, and they couldn't sell out 800 tickets doing a double EP show. But you're gonna go ahead and tell me that I'm wrong, that Joe Bruce isn't backpedaling, that Joe and Rob Bruce aren't just a couple of fucking assholes, that Rudy and all them aren't just enabling this crazy motherfucker who's had way too much Fago poured on his fucking skin to make decisions, man. I'm going to drop the link if I can find the archive, if it's up. Watch the original interview. Make sure I didn't cut nothing out that you think was important. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. And, shit, man, I'll be around. Couple videos dropping this weekend. Child's Play Ninja wasn't the only dumb motherfucker on earth to diss me. I found out that a certain sleeveless little motherfucker by the name of Passion MC dropped a song and a video and decided to say a lyric about my ass. So we definitely going to do a little video about his ass in this Beard Speaks format. This is new to me, all this fucking YouTube shit. But obviously I'm rubbing some people the wrong way if I've got somebody like Child's Play Ninja fucking doing little skits pretending to be me. But like I said, my camera's fixed now, asshole. If you want to go ahead and have a conversation, we can have a motherfucking conversation. Until episode 6, you bitches, the Beard has spoken.